Grab a cup of tea or whatever drink of your choice and let's get right into trends for 2024. And for my classic girls, don't worry, you don't have to be too trendy. You can add a couple of trends here and there and just incorporate it into your classic wardrobe. You can add a couple of trends without being too trendy. But before we do that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's get right to it. For my first category, we're gonna go with jewelry. And I chose this as my first category because I think that if you're afraid to add too many trends into your wardrobe, I feel like jewelry is the way to go. It's a subtle way to add a little bit of trend, a little bit of pizzazz into your outfit. And this season, I am personally loving the jewelry that is in. And that is vintage inspired, kind of chunky jewelry. You can go either way. You can actually invest in a couple of vintage pieces, which I have here. I will show you in a second. Or you can get a couple of jewelry pieces that are vintage inspired, and there's plenty right now with beautiful designs. The ones that I have on right now are these beautiful knotted earrings, which I will put a clip so you can see them a little bit closer. And they're from a brand called Arella. These are currently my favorite. I have not taken these off. I just wear them with absolutely everything, and I just love them because it really does dress up a rather simple outfit. I feel like it really kind of elevates the outfit. They're trendy, but they still feel classic. These are the other ones that I have. They're these beautiful spiral earrings, which are pretty much everywhere. So many brands are doing this. This is from the same brand, Arella. If these are still not available, I will link similar ones because I believe these are sold out. But these are beautiful. I was wearing these a whole lot. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see so many photos of me wearing these earrings because I just love them. They make such a statement piece, but again, they're still small enough to feel a little bit classic. The other ones that I have are these like brush design style, which I just love. Really does remind me of earrings from the 80s. Very, very lightweight. These are very well made earrings, very high quality. And they're also from the brand Arella. They're very lightweight. They're pretty much weightless, to be honest. And they look absolutely stunning with so many outfits. I feel like this style has seamlessly blended with my classic wardrobe and really just added so much interest to my outfits. So very happy with these styles. And you're gonna be seeing this everywhere. Lots of brands are doing them, just chunky earrings, not chandelier earrings necessarily, kind of close to the earlobe, but nice and chunky and noticeable. And I like this brand because the earrings are not heavy. That's one thing I always look for. I don't like heavy earrings. I don't like to compromise my earlobe. And sometimes when they're chunky, they make them a little heavy. These are not. They're great earrings. And then the other example I have of this jewelry trend are these vintage necklaces that I have. One of them was passed down to me by my mom and the other one I invested in. I'm gonna get close so you could see it. The one on the top is this beautiful, sort of like a link necklace from Givenchy. And this was my mom's. She did pass it down to me and I'm so happy she did because it's just stunning. But I want you to look at the gold on this. It's just beautiful. It hasn't tarnished at all. A lot of the jewelry that was made in the 80s that is considered costume jewelry is very, very high quality. That's why it's so expensive. It's not easily tarnished. And then here we have a Chanel necklace. So necklaces like this are everywhere for this season. The one rule that I have is that if I wear a necklace like this, I tend to wear very, very small earrings, or sometimes not even any earrings, because I just want this to be the standout piece. Same with the earrings. If I'm wearing earrings that are chunky, I tend to go very light on the necklace. So that would be the one rule that I do. And I think that's the perfect way of keeping your outfit very classic, is not over accessorizing. I think that's the key. And then the last one that we have in this category are these big chunky lucite bangles. Again, another one that you will be seeing everywhere this season. Lots of brands are making these. I did purchase these in TJ Maxx. I mentioned them a couple of vlogs ago, but I've seen these everywhere. I will link a couple in the description box. I like these because it has two slim ones and then one chunky one in the center. So it's not over the top, it's just enough. And it doesn't bother my wrists. Some of them can be way too chunky. These are perfect, just enough. And again, it's so easy to incorporate this into your classic wardrobe. All you would do is probably add this and not too many other accessories, just letting this be kind of the showpiece. All right, so next category is handbags, another category that I'm obsessing with this season. You're gonna see a lot of chunky, kind of oversized clutches. and also hobo bags. Yes, you heard me, hobo bags are back. And they're slightly oversized, but they're still proportionate, which is why I personally appreciate that. I think one of the issues I've had personally when it comes to oversized handbags is proportion. You always have to keep your proportions in mind when purchasing an oversized bag. But I feel like this season they've incorporated oversized bags, but not too big to where they're ridiculous and kind of tacky. And that's why I'm loving it. And I found the perfect one because this one doubles up as a clutch and also as a crossbody, and it's this beautiful COS handbag. Another one that I have just been wearing nonstop. I have to stop myself from grabbing this bag. I've been wearing it to pick up the kids from school. I've been wearing it when I want to go out for lunch with a cute dress as a clutch, and it just goes with so many things. You can wear it in a dressy way, you can dress it down. I've even worn this with my Aloe Yoga leggings. It's just such a beautiful bag. I love this one in particular because it's not heavy. A lot of oversized bags tend to be heavy, and then once you add your belongings to it, it's just too much. This one is very, very lightweight. I barely feel this in my arm, and it also has a very thick strap, which makes it super, super comfortable. It sits very nicely on your shoulder and doesn't bother you at all. And this is detachable, but you can easily just kind of throw this in here as such and wear it this way, like that. So I just have been loving this particular style. It's one of my favorites this season. I think this is a great trend because it's not overly trendy. Again, it's a very subtle trend. It's a wearable trend in my opinion. And this is a bag that I could wear next year. It's not something that I would have to put away because it's last season. I feel like this is a style that's trending, but not necessarily too trendy that I can't wear it next year. So I absolutely love it. Next is one that I don't know very many people are talking about. I feel like a lot of these videos are covering clothing and things like that, but not necessarily fragrance. But believe me, this is a trend that I have been seeing going around a whole lot, and that's basically wearing unisex fragrances. Now, some of you may be thinking, how is this a trend? I wear what I like when it comes to fragrance, and I agree. I think fragrance is a very personal choice. You pretty much just wear what you like. But I have noticed brands really focusing on creating a fragrance that can be worn both by men and women, and a lot of people are experimenting with it. I am no exception. And the one that I chose is Tam Dao by Diptyque. I find this to be the perfect unisex fragrance because it's not overly masculine and it's not overly feminine. It's right smack in the middle. So if you're wanting something different that is unique and kind of has the element of masculinity as well as femininity, this is your fragrance. It smells amazing. Every single time I wear this out, I get questions on what I'm wearing because it's unique. It's a unique scent. The best part about this specific fragrance is that it does kind of alter to your pH a little bit, and I do find that a lot of fragrances that have that masculine element to it tend to do that. So it may smell a little bit different on your husband than it does on you. Not too much, but just a little bit. So this is my choice for a unisex fragrance. My husband took my YSL Myself fragrance. I don't have it here. He went on a trip and took it. He's been just loving that fragrance. But one of the things that I have been doing is kind of mixing it with my other Libre fragrance. And I find that to be such a fun, kind of experimental way of adding a trend to your everyday. Kind of alters the scent a little bit and it creates a unisex fragrance, because I find that that one is a little bit too masculine for my taste. So when I mix it up with my Flowers and Flames from Libre, it just kind of has the perfect unisex scent. So do give it a try if you haven't tried it, because it's definitely an option. Okay, so next trend is a trend that I know you will easily incorporate into your classic wardrobe, and that is the color Burgundy. A color is only trendy because it's the current seasonal color, because it's necessarily a trend. So it's a great way of keeping up with the seasons and kind of dressing your wardrobe accordingly. And this season, Burgundy is a star. I mean, it is the color to wear. And honestly, I personally feel like Burgundy is a color you should wear every single fall for the rest of your life, and winter, because it's just such a beautiful color to wear during the colder months. But this season in particular, you're gonna see it everywhere. That being said, not all burgundy are created equal. There's different shades of burgundy, and this season it's eggplant. You're going to see it everywhere. I'm wearing a top that's an eggplant color, and the bag that I just spoke to you about is also a beautiful eggplant burgundy, which I find to be a little bit easier to style than the burgundy that has a little bit more of a wine color. This is almost like a neutral. I find that this purse is almost like having a black purse. It just matches so well with pretty much every single color. And for that reason, I think it's a great option in terms of which burgundy you decide to purchase. I think eggplant is great. And I wanted to get heels that can match my bag perfectly, and I found them. I have been just loving the heels from Ann Taylor. They make the most beautiful heels, very affordable considering what you get, and they're just classic and beautiful. Let me get close so you can see these. It's just so beautiful. And these are in a textured leather, which I love. I just find this easier to take care of because if you get a little scratch or a scuff, you won't really see it because it's a textured leather, and they're just beautiful. It's a nice little pointy front, not too much, just such beautiful heels. This is a color that I treat as a neutral color because you can really just match this with so many things. I recently did a short and also posted something on my Instagram on a work outfit where I'm wearing a lot of black and white, and I just added the burgundy heels with the belt and the bag, and it just made the world of a difference in that outfit. I feel like if I would have just matched it with all black, it would have been really boring and dull and predictable. But adding this color to it just really elevated the outfit. So yeah, one of my faves. Okay, so next up, I know I've been talking about leopard a whole lot. For those of you that are regular, you're probably tired of hearing me talk about leopard, but I just had to include it in this video because it is a huge trend this season, and I have been just obsessed with it. I love it. I think a little bit of leopard here and there can be very, very classy and just beautiful. And I chose two pieces that are very subtle because, again, I really wanted to incorporate trends that are wearable, that are subtle, that are not overly trendy. And I think a great way of incorporating a print that is very kind of busy and loud is with your accessories. A pair of heels, you can wear a beautiful scarf either on your hair or on your bag, and it's just a small touch of trend in your outfit. And again, I have these heels from Ann Taylor that are these calfskin and leather heels. And I went for the leopard that's called blonde leopard because it's just a little easier to style. It's kind of like a lighter leopard. Let me get close so you can see it. But these heels are just beautiful. You have seen me styling this on my Instagram and also on here. I think I spoke about these on one of my recent vlogs, and they're just absolutely stunning. This leopard really pairs up so beautifully with so many colors. It pairs up very nicely with this eggplant burgundy, with orange, with white, with black. I even styled it with a sweater that I was wearing that was stripes. Because again, it's such a subtle amount of leopard. It's not too much. You can also wear leopard in form of a dress, in form of a top. I have plenty. I'll pop up some photos on here on recent outfits that I've been wearing with a little bit of leopard. Now, the one rule that I have in terms of leopard is to never overdo it. Keep your outfit very simple. Pick one leopard thing to wear and that is it. Whether it's the shoes or the scarf or one dress and then everything else kind of neutral and muted, or one top with solid pants or skirt. That's basically what I do. I never overdo the leopard. Then it can be borderline tacky and even costumey. So that would be it. But other than that, I think it's a beautiful print to wear and I think it can look very, very classy. Now, staying within patterns, I am going to mention these two other patterns because they are everywhere this season. I did make a dedicated video recently. I will link it in the description box in case you haven't watched it, but it's essentially just prints to wear this season, and that is polka dots and geometric prints. Geometric prints are a great print to add to your wardrobe because I feel like geometric prints are the type of print that you could wear in the office, you can wear it out. So it's very, very easy, very versatile because you can wear it pretty much anywhere. It's kind of a little bit more modern and less busy than some other patterns. And you're gonna see them everywhere. H&M is really kind of going crazy with the geometric patterns, abstract, geometrics. They're making long dresses or blouses, tank tops, whatever you want. So if a dress is too much for you, you could just go with like a top with a little blazer. And when it comes to polka dots, I love them, but I do think that sometimes they can be a little dated. I do think that it's a little bit tricky with polka dots. It can be either unflattering or a little bit dated looking. So picking a style that's a little bit modern, like maybe an asymmetrical top, and also keep in mind the size of the polka dot. I have a rule that if the polka dot is really large, I usually wear it just in one single part of my body, either the top or the bottom, usually a blouse. But if I'm gonna wear a dress with polka dots, I tend to go with a dress that has smaller polka dots. I find that to be a little bit more flattering and just looks overall better. So that would be my one thing. But it is a very fun print to add, and honestly I think it's a classic. It's been around for so many years, nothing new, so you can easily incorporate it into your classic wardrobe. Next category, we have lady jackets, or just these beautiful cardigans with kind of embellished buttons. And of course I had to choose my Bash Gaspard jacket. If you follow me for a while, you know that this is one of my favorite cardigans. I just love it. The quality is exquisite. It is very, very high quality, and I just love the buttons. They're just kind of have a bit of a vintage feel as well, and they're just very, very elegant. I'm considering purchasing a fall one in a different color because this has been a cardigan that I have worn to death, to be honest. Again, another piece that I really have to stop myself from wearing. I just absolutely love how flattering it is. It's one of my favorite. It's still available, so I will link it in the description box as well. And then I have one that's a little bit more affordable, actually a lot more affordable. It's this one from H&M. And I will say what I paid for this was very, very little. I think I paid maybe $40 for it, and it's very nice quality. It has these beautiful gold buttons. As you can see, it's nice and thick if you live in a colder state. And I chose a color gray because this is a color that is just easily incorporated into your fall and winter wardrobe. It's a neutral, it goes with so many things, and yeah, absolutely love. Next up, we have loafers, and I've been wearing loafers since last year because I feel like last year we started to see loafers again, and this is one that's kind of stayed around a bit. A lot of brands are making beautiful loafers. Just recently I got some questions on my Ralph Lauren on my TikTok, and unfortunately these specific ones are not available. They look like this in like a beautiful brown leather. This is kind of like a fabric, and then this is a brown, and it has a bit of a heel. I personally like a little bit of a heel. I am a shorty, so any help I can get I will take. But these are from Mark Nolan, and I just love these. These are very, very unique. As you can see, there's burgundy on the top, a little bit of orange, and then some white in the front. Very, very classy, very classic. To me, a penny loafer is more of a classic. I mean, it's been around for years. I don't think this is an overly trendy item. I know some people hesitate to wear loafers. It kind of reminds them of their school uniforms, but I promise you, you can wear loafers and not look like you're in school anymore. I promise you, there's just so many ways you can style a loafer and just look smart. I love wearing them with jeans, but I've worn them with skirts, with dresses. They just look so beautiful, and they're comfortable. You don't have to compromise comfort. You can still be comfortable in a pair of loafers. I will link these because these are still available, and I will see if I can link similar ones to these in the description box. And of course I had to add the ballet flats to this category of shoes because ballet flats are everywhere. They really are. I absolutely love ballet flats. These shoes tend to look very, very feminine. Just add a touch of femininity to your outfit, which I love. I've worn these with jeans, I've worn it with dresses, and they always just add a little something. These are from Steve Madden. I believe these are called the Chelsea, and I have worked very, very, very hard at breaking these in. I think I finally achieved that. They're still a little uncomfortable, but not as uncomfortable as they were when I first purchased them. But I will try to link some more shoes just like these. I'll link these as well in case you want to try them out, because like I said, they are a little bit uncomfortable, but they do break in once you wear them a couple of times. But I'll link a couple of different ones from different brands, maybe a leather one that's not like patent leather. Maybe those will be a little bit more comfortable, but these are just beautiful. Every time I post a photo on my Instagram with these shoes, I get so many compliments. I've gotten so many DMs on these shoes. These are actually pretty popular. I've seen them on TikTok, and because they're very affordable and they do look really nice. But again, just a tiny bit uncomfortable, so keep that in mind. But I absolutely love the ballet flat trend. Okay, so that concludes my fall 2024 trends video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know in the comments which trend from this video you would be willing to wear or you already have. I would love to hear from you. And of course, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see everyone next time. Bye.